Hi, folks. It's Richard Rogers with Iowa Firearms Coalition here. I'm at the Iowa State Capitol with NRA's regional representative, Nick Buggia.
Hi, everyone. Nick? Good. It's good to be here in Iowa.
We're up here talking with legislators today. IFC has a pretty big agenda for this session. Bills are a little bit slow to come out of drafting, and most of them haven't been filed yet. But we expect them to start dropping rapidly here very shortly. And then we'll start having subcommittee meetings and so on. We'll keep you guys posted. But our big goals this year are to, first of all, pass legislation that was passed by the House in 2023, went to the Senate late in the session and was not taken up for procedural reasons. And there were some problems with it last year, and procedural again, and it didn't get taken up by the Senate. So we have to start all over because this is a new General Assembly after the election in last fall. Those things clear up some of the untidiness that was left by the switch to permitless carry back in 2021. Clears up some parts of the code. Then there was a one-word error that's caused some problems in that bill. And so this will fix all of that. All of that was passed by the House in 23. It also clears up some old hunting rules, manner of conveyance, where you might get charged with having a long gun in your car based on an old hunting rule that's really obsolete. So that will be taken away, and we're very confident that will happen. An important thing that was passed in 23 is allowing people with permits to carry weapons to be able to drive up to, pick up, and drop off at a school while carrying, as you do the rest of the day everywhere you go. And that's very important to do. And we're seeing more states that are allowing that now. I think a couple have recently, Nick.
Yeah, we're seeing that trend across the country. And, I think the other important bill we're working on is lowering the age to carry from 21 to 18. And that's certainly something we've seen the courts rule in favor on across the country. If you want to elaborate on that a little bit more.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. That would be a new initiative this year. We've talked to legislators in the past about it, but there has not been any legislation up to this point filed on that. So we will have a bill coming out that will change the minimum ages for a permit to carry and a permit to acquire firearms to 18 from 21. It will eliminate the need for people 18, 19, or 20 to be supervised by a person over 21, their parent, their spouse, or their guardian, as is in current law. There is an exception currently for people who are engaged in law enforcement or Vanguard or something where they need a handgun, but even then they're only allowed to have it while they're on duty or training for duty, and the rest of the time they have to have mommy with them if they want to go to the range. So we're going to change that. There was a Fifth Circuit court opinion that said you cannot, down in Texas, Louisiana, you cannot deny full Second Amendment rights to these young adults, 18, 19, and 20. There's a Third Circuit opinion, and there's also an Eighth Circuit up in on the Minnesota law, and Iowa is in the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals. So this is something that has to happen. We do not want to have our Attorney General have to go to court and try to defend an indefensible law. So that is a primary goal, and I think that will pass without too much trouble, but it will probably bring a lot of attention in the press and by the certain groups that are always opposed to anything we have to do up here. So we'll be letting you know soon about these bills as they're filed and as subcommittee hearings are called. Also, we want to let you know Nick will be back, if not before, he'll be back for Second Amendment Day at the Capitol on February 18th. So we want to be sure that y'all come up here. You can see all about that at iowafc.org. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was just saying, hope to see everybody there. It should be a great event here at the Capitol, and it's important that everybody shows up so legislators understand the important impact that those that support the Second Amendment have, during election times when they're voting on bills.
That's right. We're looking for a massive turnout, guys. Come on down. We will have, the weather's inclement, we'll have a shuttle van running from the parking lots to the Capitol, so you don't have to get cold or get your feet wet. And then that evening we have a dinner for our IFC Political Action Committee that will be featuring our keynote speaker at both the Capitol and the dinner is Jeff Stryker, who was involved with the Black Hawk Down incident in Mogadishu. years ago, an Iowan who's now a preacher, but a veteran, has a very interesting tale to tell. And so he'll tell it here at the Capitol about 1 o'clock, I think we start, and then that evening at our fundraiser dinner. So like I say, Nick and some other folks from the NRA will be back at that time, and we look forward to seeing you here. Until then, take care.